welcome to another edition of From the Perch, University of Miami versus Central Michigan. First play of the game for the University of Miami Hurricane offense, and it's a good one. Miami out in its now traditional two tight end set look, with Will Mallory in the aforementioned circle and Brevin Jordan right next to him. Central Michigan is combating this look by bringing in a strong safety from the field and starting to creep him into the box. Couple things highlight the success of this play. As you see Will Mallory's route. Right here, Will Mallory does an excellent job selling his fake. Now also pay attention to the left tackle Zion Nelson. He had a 4-eye defensive end, and he tried to go ahead and hook the outside shoulder with the intent that Jaron Williams would roll outside the contain measure. He over-rotates, now leaving a direct path for this defensive end right here at his quarterback. Jaron Williams is now faced with a decision. Do I panic and run, or do I stay the course, take a shot, and deliver a ball to a high school wide-open receiver? And there it is. He chose option B, and this was a big play on first down for the University of Miami Hurricanes. Unfortunately, they didn't have enough of them. Miami under center with its two tight end look is going to carry out a play-action pass. Central Michigan is combating the two tight end set with 8 in-the-box defenders, including 2 high safeties. But that's pre-snap. Post-snap, they're going to change the quarterback sight picture when they take their strong safety and drop him down into the field as a curl flat defender. As the play unfolds and at the top of the play fake right here, you're going to notice that 4 linebackers went with DJ Dallas, including the free safety, who is now leaving an open look, meaning he left the top of the field completely open. Jaron Williams does a good job quarterbacking here and getting his hips in line and finding his intermediate target. However, I wish that Jeff Thomas had the option to keep this a little bit more vertical, especially when he saw that open look, because this is what we had. After this Central Michigan game, Miami would be 128th out of 130th FBS schools in third down conversions. On this 3rd and 3 attempt, you might see some of the reasons why. Miami comes out with 11 set personnel, 3 wide receivers, all tight to the formation. Central Michigan goes ahead and combats this by keeping currently 9 in-the-box defenders. Jeff Thomas will motion across the formation and loosen the box a little. Now, just some power lead. Right here, it looks like it's set up really, really well. But just a miss right here from true freshman right guard Ja'Kai Clark right here, and maybe a questionable decision to cut this out. And this one-on-one is the reason why we lose that 3rd and 3. In the future, Miami has a couple options. Win your matchups, or maybe spread the box and loosen up some of the congestion that comes along with it. This is going to be a failed 4th and 3 attempt by the University of Miami Hurricanes deep in Central Michigan's territory. Decision whether or not to kick the field goal could have been based on the fact that your kicker could potentially be having some confidence issues. Miami's going to run a simple stick concept. Essentially, they're going to take Brevin Jordan to find the sticks. He has the option to either sit or take the out based on the leverage that the linebacker presents him with. In this case, you're going to see Central Michigan, you got away with one. As you see the linebacker right there, he's going to go ahead and grab a fistful of jersey, as you see it right there. Not only does he grab a fistful of jersey, but he uses it to springboard himself onto the back of Brevin Jordan while the ball is still in the air. Thought there was some questionable officiating, and university officials can't really complain about the refereeing, but I sure can. A quarterback always needs to know the situation, the play called, the down and distance, especially when you're deep in your own territory along your own goal line. Miami's going to go ahead and line up in this 3-by-1 set, going for it on 3rd and 12. As the snap happens, you're going to see that the cornerbacks are essentially in a trail technique, conceding everything underneath. You have to take note of that because right here, you get to your final step. You only have time for about one gather before this ball needs to come out. You're in your end zone. Right here, Navon Donaldson, your left guard, gets beat soundly with a little swim technique, and that's all she wrote. That's a safety, but ultimately your clock needs to be ticking as a quarterback, especially when you are standing in your own end zone. After a turnover late in the first half with the opportunity to put points on the board, University of Miami quarterback Jaron Williams shows once again week to week his effectiveness in post-snap RPOs. Right here at the snap of the ball, he's looking at an area. The linebacker crashes and Brian Hightower's cornerback goes immediately in a trail technique, leaving a big window. Quick release, gets on top of the ball with authority. Now you're at midfield. That's great. Great design, and when you give your quarterback time, that's what he's able to do for you. Follow it up on the very next play, your left tackle. There's nothing you can do here. No time. That's a sack. Miami wouldn't get points on the board late in that first half. It's one good play, followed up by a bad one. If you followed along from the Perch series, you've realized that Miami wide receiver KJ Osborne has scored touchdowns on slants. Well, this is how you build off of it. Sell the slant, and then hit him back on the fade. Good thrown ball. KJ high points it, and that's 6 points. That would be the last touchdown Miami scores against Central Michigan. DJ Dallas came into the contest averaging over 8 yards per carry. Central Michigan obviously got the message because they did a good job bottling him up. Here was a strategy they employed to create numbers versus Miami's run game. As you see the play unfold, you'll start to see that the safety is creeping up closer and closer to the line of scrimmage. Miami has now victimized Central Michigan on several post-snap RPOs. So right here, as Jaron Williams is searching at this area, as Mike Harley is going ahead and aggressively looking for this slant, he was in prime position to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Now, once that slant wasn't given, he's not going to be accounted for by the offensive line when he started too far away from the line of scrimmage. He plays downhill, gets aggressive, and gets a tackle for a loss. Plays like that is what kept DJ Dallas relatively contained. Another failed third down opportunity late in the third quarter for the University of Miami Hurricanes, and in this case, you can question the decision whether to not play fake in an obviously passing down situation. As the play unfolds, you'll notice that Central Michigan has 8 in-the-box defenders again. And at the height of the play fake, those second-level defenders, they're not fooled. They astutely play their zone responsibility, and as Jaron Williams is flush from the pocket, he keeps his eyes downfield and as short as a stick as he goes ahead and completes a pass to Cameron Harris. So here's going to be a trick play by the Central Michigan Chippewas. I have no idea what a Chippewa is anyway. Here's going to go ahead and be a flea flicker pass after a semi-rollout. But here's the reason why I'm highlighting this. Not because it was completed, because around 70 yards from the opposite end zone, I saw this guy get up and swing at a Miami defender. Now, when you catch everything against Miami, I'm just curious how you missed that one. The institution of a spread has merit, especially when Central Michigan has utilized a lot of in-the-box defenders to combat Miami's 12 set. In this case, you're going to see a simple pre-snap 3-on-2 advantage in which Jaron Williams astutely picks up on. It's just a quick screen along the perimeter that nets you a big game. When you have a hard time running the ball, it's plays like this that can get the offense going.